of white paper. On your white paper, of course, you write your name. Let's write it small, just in case we decide to use one side of it as our drawing. And then our class code. So if you're in first grade, you're going to write 1, and then your teacher's initial. So 1D, 1O, whatever the teacher's name is. Now we're going to start with this fish drawing. So you're going to come over to the edge of your paper. You're going to create your hand like an L. An L. I want you to kind of almost trace inside of that L of your hand to make the fish's mouth, to show how big it's going to be. Then we're going to go back over here, all the way over to the other side. And way up at the top, we're just going to create a little diagonal line. These are just our guidelines for now. We haven't really started doing too much drawing yet. And we're drawing in pencil for now, and then we're going to later trace over it in Sharpie. Now we can draw the fish's eye, so that's going to be a big circle with a small circle on the inside. Okay, moving on, we're adding details. We're going to draw the underside of the fish's mouth. So we're going to curve like this, and then we're going to bring that line all the way up to this tippy top to connect. Same thing with the top of the fish. This time we're going to make like a hill, come down, and then swoop back up to connect. My fish is rather skinny this time. I wish he was a little wider. I'm going to go beef him up. I want him to be a bit wider than that. I don't like how skinny he is. So then later I'm going to erase this line and not Sharpie that line. But I don't have to sweat too much about it now. All right, now we're going to start adding details like the tail. So the tail is going to come off like this and like this. Yes, I know my name is there. That's okay. And it's okay to run off the page. If you run off the page, no worries. There's the tail. Now I can start adding some fins. And then I'm going to fill that in with more details, like the line across the neck, like so. And then I'm going to keep going. So if I want to add more lines, I can add more lines. Or I'm going to add more details. Like in my example, I had scales and I had lines in the fin. So you can kind of draw in what you want those details to be. Then we're going to Sharpie everything that we want to keep. That's it for the fish, and then you're going to add any sort of details in oil pastels that you wish. In the background, you can take a white oil pastel to draw some invisible lines. All right, our last step is to paint our fish. So we have the fish in the background. We're going to start with painting the fish. So you're going to pick a brush, probably medium size, and you can paint your fish golden color or orange, or you could pick a different color if you wanted to. So I'm going to open the orange paint, and I'm going to paint his body orange. So I'm just going right over everything that I already did with paint.